reaction video. Same day as a gaming video too. Yeah, so this one, evbo, PvP, Parkour Civilization. Mashup, basically. It's great. I don't know, I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's great.
It's time for your mandatory parkour check.
Oh, thank you, a mandatory PvP check. I've never been this excited to pay a PvP attack, but I mean, at least this confirms that we're not stuck in an alternate dimension. Wait, did you just say parkour?
You can either do the 1-block jump for the raw chicken, or you can attempt the 1-block vertical jump for the beef. Also, it's not mandatory, just a joke us parkour pros like to say.
Why would I parkour for food?
The likelihood of us being in an alternate universe has now increased to 97%.
Okay, 97%'s not great. How do I even say this? Let's pretend I'm new here. Where are we?
First day as a parkour noob, I take it. Well then, welcome to Parkour Civilization.
Okay, I am in the wrong universe. Alright, this is terrible, but I can fix this. If I'm gonna get back to PvP Civilization, I'm gonna need a clear head. Alright, Minitech, it's time.
You stated that this would only be for emergencies.
Bro, we're stuck in Parkour Civilization. Obviously, this is an emergency. I don't know if Parkour Civilization has video journal machines, but if they don't, well, now they have one, along with the best journalist of all time. Alright, first video journal update in Parkour Civilization. My name's evbo, and I'm not from this universe. I am a diamond sword from PvP Civilization, a world where your entire lifespan is determined by the durability of the weapon you hold. And without going into detail, my existence saves the lives of the entire world. Don't get me wrong, I would love to go into detail, but I mean, chapter 1 is probably, I don't know, 3 hours? Another couple for the second chapter? It would take a while. Anyways, let's go back to how I even ended up in Parkour Civilization. I was doing my daily routine of dying, that sounds worse than it is, when I saw someone in the distance that I've never seen before. I tried to get close to them to see what kind of weapon they were holding, but just as I was about to see them, I just disappeared. In a matter of seconds, reality just glitched in front of my eyes, and before I knew it, I was standing on a grid of grass blocks with nothing but void below me, and behind me stood the tallest structure I have ever seen in my entire life. How and why I ended up in Parkour Civilization is still an unknown, but I knew I needed to find a way back as fast as I could because the lives of my family depended on me. The problem with trying to find a way out of Parkour Civilization as quickly as possible is the fact that I could die at any given moment. One missed parkour jump and I'm falling to my death. Like, how can anyone even live under these conditions? No, seriously though, I was baffled that there was an entire neighborhood in Parkour Civilization. It didn't seem likely that people would live long enough to even enjoy the luxury of having a house here, but anyways, that curiosity is what brought me over here, and that's when I found my friend Minitech. Turns out, I wasn't the only one from PvP Civilization here. Anyways, long video journal today, but now we're fully caught up, and we can start making a plan on how to get out of here. So, apparently, I'm a parkour noob. Not really sure if I agree with that, but looks like the guy with the iron boots is a parkour pro. I think I can put 2 and 2 together and say that we're at the lowest level of society, and the only way to survive is to get food given to us by the parkour pros. Why we have to parkour for it, I don't know, but I'm gonna jump for it, because we need food if we're gonna survive this journey. So, it looks like it's time to parkour.
Whoops.
Imagine bringing your side project to life, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Alright, good update. Signing off.
This cannot be a wise course of action. You don't know if your respawn power still applies here.
Look, we're gonna have to parkour one way or another, so we might as well just take the leap now. And in the event that I fail and fall into the void, maybe my respawn power will work and I'll wake up back in PvP Civilization. Right, I forgot to mention that in the video journal, I'm kind of immortal in a sense, and I can respawn after dying over and over again. But like Minitech said, I don't really know if that power applies here, which means I'm gonna have to make every single jump count, which is why I'm going for the beef. Look, as someone who's experienced in PvP, parkour was a part of my training. A 1-block vertical jump is no problem for a diamond sword. This is when I found out the hard way that in Parkour Civilization, no one chooses to jump for the beef. I thought my life was over after missing that jump, but to my surprise, my feet were still touching the ground. Somehow, I respawned in the structure at the center of Parkour Civilization. Huh, looks like my respawn power works in this universe as well. Unfortunately, I lost the beef that I kinda just died for, but I respawned with something I didn't have before. Leather boots. I didn't know it at the time, but that was the first moment I truly became a noob in Parkour Civilization. I was about to head over back to the house, but all of a sudden, someone just spawned right inside of me. Yo, what was that about? No! Within a few seconds, I witnessed my first death in Parkour Civilization. I was terrified until I witnessed my first revival in Parkour Civilization. Okay, what is going on? Bro, what? Every time this player fell into the void, he just respawned back on the same platform. I'm not even joking. I watched this guy die like 15 times, and every single time he came back, which led me to come up with 2 different theories. One, whoever this player was had the power of immortality, just like I did. Except I ruled that one out pretty quickly when I how do I put this nicely, saw how terrible he was at parkour. The second theory, though, is what helped me convince Minitech to jump for the beef. Bro, I'm telling you, I don't think death exists in parkour civilization. I think you just respawn every time you fall. Was it irresponsible to gamble with my friend's life? Yeah, probably, considering he failed the jump. But at the end of the day, I was right. Minitech respawned with leather boots. Honestly, maybe parkour civilization isn't as bad as I thought. Thankfully, the parkour pro was still nice enough to let me jump for the chicken even after 2 of us failed the beef jump. Luckily, I didn't fail this parkour jump, and I had successfully acquired my first piece of food in parkour civilization. Alright, we are back with a video journal update. Minitech and I are now officially parkour noobs in parkour civilization. Now that we discovered that falling into the void doesn't result in death, I think we're a lot more optimistic. Definitely a lot less stressful, especially after seeing our neighbor plunge into the void. I guess that's the whole thing of parkour civilization. You get the chance to try again. Anyways, that's all we know about this place. Let's get into what we don't know. The parkour pros, who are evidently better at parkour, seem to play some sort of important role in society. So maybe those are the people that know why we're stuck in parkour civilization. Of course, we're gonna have to become parkour pros to figure that out, and I think I have a good idea of how we get there. The Temple of Parkour, which is a giant temple with parkour, seems to be the only thing that connects the 2 layers of society. So the next step in our plan is to go there and try to rank up to become parkour pros. Alright, now for the part in the video journal where I just fire off random questions. Do people have PvP weapons here? No one seems to question that we're holding diamond swords. Do they even know the concept of PvP? If that's the case, how do they even buy anything if they don't have armor stands? I mean, if I was gonna buy a house, which obviously I'm going to, wait, Minitech, we're in your house. How did you buy this? Am I upset that Minitech didn't tell me how to buy a house? Maybe a little, but it makes sense. Traditionally, I have an issue with wasting all of my sword durability on shopping. No, wait, Foray? You're here too? I'm starting to think all of PvP Civilization is here. This is Foray, and he's part of my family in PvP Civilization. Hey, why are you just staring at this hole?
I paid this guy for a house and he just disappeared.
He just disappeared? That doesn't make sense. Well, how much did you pay for it? It says here a house costs 2 block jump. What does that even mean?
Bro, what is wrong with you? Do you know how long I worked to become a parkour pro? How did you even deal damage to me anyways? What parkour jump did you use?
Oh, I think I know what's going on here. So this one says 2.5 ladder jump for a large house. Okay, yeah, I get it. I see why you didn't get the house. You just didn't hit him far enough. Hey, could you stand right there real quick? Thank you. All right, I'm getting the parkour mansion. Just gotta hit him onto the ladder. Never mind. So, does this guy get paid to, like, come back and keep doing this? So the parkour house was not acquired, but now we have Foray with us. Hey, Foray, you haven't, missed a parkour jump yet, have you?
Parkour was a part of our training. Why would I fall?
All right, well, it's good to get some experience. Sorry.
Really? You think this is funny? You think risking my life is a joke?
Look, I was like 99% sure you were gonna respawn. Plus, now you have leather boots, which I'm pretty sure you need if we're gonna become parkour pros. Just try to relax. We're in a universe where nothing bad can happen to us. Now, if more people from PvP Civilization start showing up here, that would probably not be good. But for whatever reason, I think it's just us 3 diamond swords here stuck in parkour civilization.
As far as I can tell, only 3 of the diamond swords made it here. We should get rid of them now while we have the chance, given we share the same interests.
You want to get rid of evbo to rule over all the PvP civilization. I don't trust evbo to be the one we all depend on for longer lives. There's a difference.
Sounds like you have it out for Evbo more than I do.
I don't like the idea of the power going to his head, with the whole world bowing down to him. That doesn't mean I want him dead. If you haven't noticed, we're stuck here too. And knowing evbo, he'll make sure he finds a way back. No point of fighting him if he can show us the way back home. Also, we don't even know what happens when we die here.
Let's find out, shall we?
Open up. It's time for parkour. You can either do the 1 block jump for the raw chicken or the 1 block vertical jump for the beef. Honestly, I would make the beef jump easier for you if you want. I know parkour noobs have it tough.
No respawn from a PvP death. Now that's interesting. Maybe PvP Civilization can wait. I think I'll conquer this one instead.
Oh my god.
Well, we are
What's
3
wrong with
parkour
you?
noobs now. I'm not sure if I should be concerned that more and more
What's wrong
people
with
are
this
showing
guy?
up from PvP Civilization, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't hoping for my best friend Tabby and all the other diamond swords to show up too. I know that's a little selfish considering we might be stuck here forever, but I'm convinced we're gonna find a way back, so let me update the video journal on what we know. To become a parkour pro, you need to make this giant parkour course inside the parkour temple. At first glance, the course didn't seem that difficult, but the problem is getting in to actually attempt the course. You see, parkour noobs need to earn 3 tickets if they want to try to rank up to become a
3.
parkour pro. I found this out when I was going around Parkour Civilization, and I saw a giant statue with a player wearing iron boots. When I got closer, I saw that there was a line of parkour noobs waiting to do a parkour course. I watched a player make the jumps in hopes of reaching the dispenser on the other side. However, I regret to inform the journal that she did not make it. The next parkour noob, however, did make the course and collected some item from the base of the statue. But after seeing the player just do 2 jumps to leave the course, I then wondered to myself why I can't just skip the entire thing and go to the dispenser. Unfortunately, I figured out you can't even get a ticket unless you actually make the course, which makes 0 sense to me considering it's just a dispenser. Minutech's theory is that parkour in this world has some sort of universal power. Just to expand on that, he's suggesting that this inanimate parkour course somehow knows if you complete the course or not, through parkour magic. Yeah, I'm not really sold on that, but whatever the reason, I still had to do the course. Hey, are you gonna go?
Bro, can you please be quiet? Becoming a parkour pro takes an incredible amount of focus, and I've been stuck on this course for years.
You've been stuck on this course for years? Well, it's just a bunch of 2-block jumps. Just make the first jump and do it over again.
I've never made the first jump.
There's no way you haven't made the first jump. Okay, maybe that is true. Maybe my perception of skill in Parkour Civilization is a little warped, given that I trained so much to become a diamond sword, but if this is all it takes to become a parkour pro, being at the top of society in Parkour Civilization doesn't seem that impressive. Anyways, I completed the parkour course and I got an item.
I think we're gonna leave it like that, because for some reason if I post a video on this channel, because I don't have it set up with this, it doesn't let me go like 20 minutes of a video. I guess I could maybe go longer, but like I've been going for 11 minutes. I'll do, I think, maybe 2 or 3 more videos. Probably 3 just to be safe. I don't know. I'll just do another day. Alright.